Hi everyone, I hope you're doing super well. I just woke up in a super good, happy mood today. A little puffy, but very happy because today is my birthday. And I have some fun projects I want to show you guys. I already made this background you see behind me. I wanted to have something more interesting than my kitchen behind me for when I'm talking to my family on Zoom later. And I also started making a birthday outfit. I love dressing up for my birthday, and I wanted to make something more unusual this year. So I'm making some birthday armor. And then today, I got a little cake from the grocery store that I'm going to chop up and kind of stack and redecorate. And then we're also going to take a birthday ritual bath and make some tea. So it's going to be a really fun, creative day. And if you want to see how I do all these things and just hang out together, stay tuned. I like to start my day with a nice cup of tea. My mom gave me this tea. It's just so pretty and cute. I thought it would be a nice one to have this morning for my self-care birthday day. And then next, for my ritual birthday bath, I set up some nice candles, my favorite crystals, my little bath caddy. Then I added a pretty flower, a candle that we'll use later, as well as some chocolate because it is a celebration after all. And then because the water was pretty hot, I decided to drink some sparkling water instead of my tea, just to stay cool and hydrated. And then, of course, my journal that we're going to use for the ritual as well. So here's everything all set up. And of course, my favorite crystal, and a bath bomb that I got for Christmas. I really like doing this ritual. I've done it for a few years now, and it's just a nice way to kind of start your birthday year fresh. So after a very needed bite of chocolate, then I'm going to start my birthday ritual. So I write down all the things I'm thankful for, all the things that I want to release and don't need anymore in my life, and then all the things I'm looking forward to. That way it's kind of a nice reset and a good start to your birthday year. I like to thank, all the people that have been in my life that have been great, experiences that were great, and then release, horrible emotions, fears, and then things I'm looking forward to, like being able to go outside more and like give my loved ones hugs. And once I'm done, I put my little crystal on top and my candle. And this is kind of a, I guess in a way, a birthday wish. I really like doing this. It's a nice way to say thank you and goodbye to the past and then look forward towards your future. Cheers! And this is what I worked on last night to set up my pretty background. So I got these lights from Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive, like maybe $10. And they come with a remote and they have different settings. And they're really, really easy to install. And I think they're really magical and just kind of fun. And then I also got this really pretty curtain. It has like a leaf pattern on it. I thought it would look nice over the lights. Just kind of add more dimension and kind of a fantasy feel. This took about 10 minutes to set up, so it's super easy. And then to take it down would also be easy. I just got the thumbtacks. So overall, I like this background. I did also add a little lantern. I thought that would be a nice touch to have. I also had this left over from another video I did a few months ago, so it was nice to kind of use it. And then to make the armor, I asked my house ghost to help me with this part. So you wrap yourself with cellophane first, and then duct tape going over the same spots until you get it exactly how you want. This is a really easy way to make a dress form as well. Then you cut up the back, being careful not to cut your shirt or yourself, and ta-da! Then I just stuffed it with a wrapped bag of stuffing to help keep it shape and make it easier for me to work with. Then I got some silver cardstock, some nickel rivets, pencil, 2 kinds of tape. I ran out of the first kind, and some snips. Next, I'm going to draw out my armor scale mail shape. I ended up just kind of freehanding it after a while because I learned the shape and size I needed. But to start off, I did draw it out. Then I added a few pieces of paper together. That way I don't have to cut as much at once. And Simply follow the cut line and ta-da! Pretty easy. I've been doing this for a few hours, alternating the rows so that it looks more realistic, but all I do is take some tape, a little paper piece, and stick it on. The shipping tape or packing tape worked a little bit better than the Scotch tape, but either one will be fine because once it's all layered up you can't see the tape anyway. And then for the shoulder pieces, I'm cutting a bigger semicircle kind of from end to end on the paper, and then I just measured it against the very edge, and when I found the correct spot I wanted, I went ahead and taped it in place. Then I cut 2 more pieces of paper out the same size and shape as the first shoulder piece, and then next it's time to attach the rivets. I found if I just tried to push the rivet through, the paper would kind of crumple, so poking a hole first made that a lot easier and made the paper a lot happier. Then I just stuck the front side of the rivet in first and attached the back. This part was really fun, and I felt has made the armor look more realistic. I did have tape on the front which I removed. I would recommend only really taping the back. The rivet is going to hold it in place and the tape is only there as a guide. So on the other side I didn't add tape on the front, but I like how it turned out and they are a bit movable, which is also pretty sweet. Now for the front, I didn't like where the tape was showing, so I thought I'd cover it up with another little piece. I'm cutting a much smaller semicircle that should fit nice and snug in that exact spot. And then I secured it with a bit of tape, and then did that same rivet method where I poked the hole first and then stuck the rivet in. And I love how it turned out. I think it looks really realistic, and adding the rivets just give it a whole different level. And then next I wanted to make kind of a corset back, that way it'd be easy for me to get in and out of it. And I thought because I was going to be poking holes and adding some ribbon, it'd be nice to reinforce this area. So I'm using some metallic tape I have from another project. I just folded it over to make sure it's nice and sturdy. And then I went ahead and measured it out. I poked holes with a hole punch about 1.5 inches away from each other on both sides. And then using some of this pink ribbon, I just went in and laced it. This ended up working super well, and I think having the tape on top of the paper really made it secure and sturdy, which is perfect. That way I can make the corset as loose or as tight as I want it to and not have to worry about, ripping any of my armor, which is kind of funny to say, but I think it was a good call. So if you make this yourself, I would recommend doing a corset back, unless you want to be, taped back into it when you wear it. And then this is it done. Ta-da! So for the cake, I've got this guy right here. It's just like a super cheap cake from the grocery store. I think it was on sale actually, but I thought it was pretty cute. I feel a little bad chopping it up, but it's gonna look awesome when it's done, hopefully. So let's get started. Once I get this cake cover off, which is, this is impossible. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this off and then we'll get started. It's not working. Oh, haha, we're getting it. Success! Okay, awesome. So I've got my sweet little carrot cake. I wanted to use a carrot cake because I was just craving carrot cake. You can use any cake you want. So next I'm going to cut out some little circles on a paper. I'm going to put them on the cake and then cut it out. I might scrape off the icing, but we should probably do a taste test first. Ooh, it's like kind of frozen. It's hard to beat just pure sugar, right? Alright, we'll be back. So I did decide to scrape off all of the carrots and the little green carrot top frosting bits. I wanted more of a clean base to get this started, and I wanted to use those colors for later. So I'm using this massive mug my mom gave me for Christmas. It's about 4 inches in diameter, which is a perfect cake size, and it fits what I have really well. So I'm just using a little paring knife and cutting around my mug so that I can do a stacked cake. This ended up working out really well, and I think was a lot easier than using paper. Next, when it's all cut out, I'm going to transfer everything to a plate and stack it up. You can make the excess cake into cake pops or something else, but we ended up just eating them. Next, I have my cream cheese frosting, and I'm going to scoop some of it out into an extra little bowl. It's just cream cheese and sugar and butter, so it's really easy to make. So I just added some green food coloring to that, and then mixed it all up. I'm going to use this later for the accent bits in my cake decorating. I haven't decorated a cake in so many years. I looked up a few tutorials on how to do it, but decided in the end to just kind of wing it. So first, I added my crumb layer. This picks up, well, any of the crumbs and makes it easier to add kind of the fancy frosting on the end. I also used it to fix any of the uneven bits from my cutting. There was one chunk that was kind of funky that needed a lot of love, so doing this layer of frosting first really helped, like that whole section. So I'd recommend doing at least 2 layers of frosting. I did use my fingers a little bit, but I was the only one eating this cake, so that felt okay. Next, I'm going to mix up some of the orange. I ended up adding a lot more of the white and the orange together with the final color, but I did add 1 layer of orange as kind of a base coat, and then transferred it to my final cake stand. I was feeling a lot more confident that I wasn't going to make a huge mess all over the plate, so I thought it was safe to transfer it. I'm adding my final color, which is just that carrot color frosting and a ton of the cream cheese frosting, and ta-da! Not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. Then I'm going to scoop the green frosting into a piping bag, and I did use one that had the kind of star tip. I've been really inspired by those Korean lunchbox cakes recently, so I wanted to do that similar kind of cutesy cake style. So I just added in some little swirly doos on top, and then some dots in between. And then any mistakes you make, I found were actually pretty easy to fix. I just scraped it off with my knife and redid it. Again, I haven't done this in a long time, and when I did do it, it was just for like a class, so I've never done it professionally or anything like that, but I would definitely do cake decorating again. It's super fun and relaxing and went a lot faster than I thought it would. I didn't have a huge plan going into this. I thought because I have my little heart tattoo, it'd be kind of fun to do some hearts on the cake. I also just obviously love hearts, and I thought since it's my birthday, why not have something that I love? The bottom looked kind of empty, so I added in some more little dots. And then I made these mushrooms earlier today. They're just Sculpey and paint, but I thought they'd be kind of cute on top of my cake. And then with my candle, it's done. So, ta-da! I've got most of my birthday outfit on, and I'm ready to party or Zoom with my family, but I'm excited. And I've actually had a really nice birthday. Sometimes I feel I mean, I don't dread my birthday, but I get apprehensive. It's just a few weeks after Christmas, so people ask me what I want for like presents and things like that. I feel kind of guilty. And then I love getting together with my friends and family and like having fun adventures and stuff, but organizing that can feel like a lot sometimes. And I spend more time really trying to make sure everyone's having, you know, fun than I do making sure I'm having fun. I think next year I do want to have a huge party, but this year just having a self-care birthday where I had time to make a bunch of weird creative stuff and just do exactly what I wanted to do is actually really lovely, and I'd highly recommend it. It's just a nice way to celebrate yourself, you know? So before I say goodbye, I am going to try on the armor and make a birthday wish. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is how the armor turned out. I'm absolutely in love with it. And it's all just paper and tape. Well, mostly. I think it's really cool too. It was time consuming. It took like 6 hours all in all, but definitely worth it just to have like a neat costume piece. So I'm going to try it on. I'm going to probably get stuck, so if you don't hear from me, send help. Aha! Alright, not too bad. Okay, I got it on. It was a lot easier to get on than I thought it would be. And it's comfy. These helped so much. I was able to get it on all by myself. And I didn't get a single paper cut, which is a huge win. I typically injure myself making videos and crafting. Never bad, but like, you know, little nicks and scratches, and typically I burn myself in the oven. But today, nothing happened. No accidents. So, birthday magic. I do have my cake right here. I took some pictures earlier, so the candle's a little bit low. I might try to find a different candle so we can make our birthday wish. So let's see. I'm gonna go scrounge around and I'll be back again. Okay, I couldn't find another candle, but I did find a lighter, so slight progress. Oops. Ooh. Okay. I don't know if you can tell, but the flame on the candle is actually orange, which I think is really cool. And it matches the frosting and little mushrooms. This is the first birthday cake I've ever made myself, so pretty happy with how it turned out. If it's your birthday, I wish you a very happy birthday, and until next time, bye-bye.